whatever the applications you are going to write using Angular JS as cross browser. Okay, you no need to separate do the coding for a separately for each and every browser. Okay, if you write a code Angular JS, that is enough for all the browsers. That is compatible for all the browsers. So that's the reason we call it actually cross browser compliant. Okay, and one more thing, it handles all the JavaScript code that is suitable for each browser, and it's open source. It's completely free. Okay, and one more thing, actually, it follows a model. As I told you, it follows MVC model. So I'm going to explain what are the components are there, what are the classes we have, how these classes are going to use MVC model. Okay, so I'll write a very simple program. Okay, I wrote a very simple program here. Yes. .html, very simple code. You know, right? Most of the frameworks, including jQuery, okay, and then one more, Bootstrap. Bootstrap is much easier compared to jQuery. Bootstrap is basically kind of a JavaScript and as well as HTML CSS styling. jQuery you have to learn. Provide a lot of functions and attributes to deal with the DOM objects like JavaScript. Okay, the program is a little bit different than JavaScript, jQuery. Here we use a dollar and inside that we pass document. Then we handle with the objects by using ID or whatever it is. Okay, coming to the Angular JS, it also follows the same kind of model. Okay, we have to include a CDN. Okay, so what we have to include in CDN? CDN, we can get a Angular JS. I will show you quickly. Angular JS. Okay, here we can get it. Try Angular JS, download Angular JS, just click here. Okay, here you can see manifold, right? This is CDN link. We have to copy this CDN link. Angular.min.js is right. You have to copy this. Okay, Control A, Control C. That is enough. If you want to download a handle on your local system, you have to use a zipped version. You have to use a zipped version. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
For suppose if you want to download directly through Node.js package manager, you can directly use npm install Angular @1.8.2. That is the command you have to give. Okay, if you are using Bower, it is also kind of package manager only. Bower also. Bower install Angular 1.8.2. But better you go for a CDN currently. Okay, I'm going to use a CDN mode only. Okay. Now I'm going to write a very simple code. Very simple code. HTML. Okay. And then head, we know head title. Okay. Title inside title. This is my first okay, Angular JS. Yes, script done. Okay. Okay, head is over. Then body, insert body. Okay, header one.
Yeah. Okay.
This is sample. Done. And then div. There is in div. Here we are going to use ng. G stands for what actually? Ng is nothing but Angular only. Angular ng app equals to. Okay. So that means this entire thing, whatever there inside in between the division tags, considered as an Angular code actually. Okay, P. Okay. Insert page, we are using input type. Input type equal to button. Okay, button. And then model. I will explain what is model and all later. Type equal to text. Oh, sorry. Type equal to text. I will take, not button. Text. Okay. and the ng, here you can see ng model. So that deals with the data basically. G model equals to, okay, can give some any value name. Okay, then click next again P. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Spanner I'm using spanner. I'm just binding the value which you are entering into the input field. So ng bind equals to double quotes name. Okay, name. Yeah, done. Spanner is closed and page also closed. Okay, division is closed. After that we are using but here we have used ng model, ng app and ng bind. Fine, but how we are going to use this class names ng app, ng model, ng bind? We have to add a script here. How we are using Java query or any other packages like Bootstrap and all. Here also we use we have to include the AngularJS script src equals to. Okay, src equals to. What is the src? We just copied already here. Okay, so click on manifold. Just copy this once again. Okay. Yes, done. Okay. Ajax.angular, sorry, Google APIs. As I told you, it is under Google ownership. Hence, it is under Google APIs.com Ajax Ellipse AngularJS 1.8.2. That's the latest one. Okay, AngularJS.min.js. Okay, so and then close it and then close the script. It's done, almost done. Okay, so Control S. Yes, right click, open a default browser. Okay, enter your name, automatically it will come over here. Hello something, right? You can see Mohammed. See. Okay, let me explain now what is this code and all. Okay, basically AngularJS is a framework that is especially very useful to deal with a large scale, okay, and easy to maintain web application. That is the reason many people are using AngularJS. Okay, what is prerequisite basically? So to learn AngularJS, nothing is required. You should know HTML and CSS. That is more than enough. Okay. Then coming to what are the commands we have used here? What are the commands we have used? What are the commands we have used here? Here we have used data binding, data model, and data controller. Okay, I will explain what are the features are there. Okay, what are the features are there in AngularJS? First one is data binding. Data binding. Here we have used data bind, right? This is also called as data binding. What is this data binding? So it basically synchronizes the data between the model and view. Okay, between synchronizes. Okay, it's the data between model and view. Okay, that is all about the data binding. Basically, it binds the data. So we know already M stands for model. M stands for model. Okay. Hi Suresh. Suresh, are you?
Hello.
Can you hear me, Suresh?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. PowerPoint, sir.
No issues. Can you connect on mobile data?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Fine. No issues. Model, view. See. P stands for control. Okay. Model basically deals with the data. View basically deals with the front end. And the controller deals with the middleware application logic. Okay, logic or business logic. Data binding, here we are using ng bind. The spanner is binded towards the variable called name. Here we are given ng model. This is a model variable. Here we have used a variable name called name. The same value we are giving here. So automatically whatever the value you are entering in the input, automatically it comes here. How that happens? That happens because of binding the data. So data binding is nothing but a automatic synchronization of data between model and view. Data and a view. And then coming to the scope. Okay. So the scope is another important feature in AngularJS. Okay, scope. So the scope acts as a glue between the controller and view. Okay, glue. I will explain what is scope later. So scope acts as a glue between controller and a view. As we know, controller again, middleware logic, and then view is a front end again. Okay, scope. And then coming to controller, very important component called controller. This controller class are packages that deals with the binding a particular scope, binding the particular scope basically. These are JavaScript functions only. Controller is a JavaScript functions. All are JavaScript functions only, but controller especially, it's purely JavaScript functions bound to a particular scope. What is scope? Scope is again a glue between the controller and view. Okay, scope
View,
is
yes, sir.
controller, glue between the controller and view. And what is controller? Controller is a JavaScript function that bound to the particular scope. Then coming to services, very important component called services in AngularJS. Okay, again these are built-in services provided by AngularJS. Okay, especially when you deal with the HTTP protocol requests like post, bound, input. Okay, sorry, update, delete, and all. We use these services. Services comes along with AngularJS. They are built-in services. Okay, especially we use a $HTTP. $HTTP comes under services only. Okay, to make a XML HTTP request, to make XML HTTP requests, we use these services. Okay, these are singleton objects. Okay, the singleton means nothing, only once we can instantiate that object. Okay, singleton objects, that means only once in your program, entire program lifecycle, only once you can instantiate these objects. Okay.
Yeah,
right? HTTP request, we make it only once we can make. Whenever you create a HTTP request, automatically to create a session. Okay, only once we can create a session. We can't create multiple sessions. In this session, we will make so many requests like get, post, update, and so on. Okay. So coming to another very important thing, filters. What is filters? Okay. So these filters basically forms an array and returns a new array. Basically, whenever you deal with arrays, we use filters. Okay. And apart from that, we use directives. What is directive, first of all? Directives are nothing but a markers. Markers in a DOM model, document object model. Okay. So if you take any markers, something like attributes like text, okay, and class ID, those are markers basically. Okay. So DOM elements such as elements, attributes, CSS, and R. Okay, those are actually directives. Yes. So these directives act as a markers on the DOM elements. Okay, this can be basically, these directives can be used to create a custom HTML tags. We can create our own. Create our own customized HTML elements. Okay, HTML elements can be created, and we can also create a custom widgets. Widgets are nothing but a customized objects only, custom widgets. Okay. So what are
Yeah,
the
okay, sir.
built-in directives we have in the AngularJS? We have built-in widgets like ngBind. Okay, ngModal. Okay, ngModal. See, ngModal, ngBind, ngModal. These are actually directives used to create custom objects and custom widgets. One minute, Suresh. 1 minute, Suresh.
Yeah, sir.
I'll take this.
Sure.
Hello. Yeah, very good morning. So I sent a message, but it has already been late. I don't know whether you have checked that message or not. So I asked you to attend the session. Fine. It's okay. But anyway, I will repeat that session for you. Okay. We have a session from 6:30 to 8 because we have so many concepts to cover. That's why 6:30 to 8 will be there. We'll take a break anyway for 10 minutes in between. Okay. So session start from 6:30 to 8 tomorrow. Quarter to 7. No, actually, the problem is we have so many topics are there. That's the reason. I plan to take 2 hours, 6 to 8. Okay, I plan to take, but I know 6 many people feel difficult to get up. That's why we started 6:30. Oh, fine, no issues then. Okay, you do one thing. Join at 7 only. Okay, at join what we are doing at 7 we are starting with Java. See how we planned actually from 6:30 to 7 we cover manual testing. Okay, and from 7 we are doing automation testing concepts. Okay, you join at 7 only, no problem. But can you join weekends? You are free, right? Okay, in weekends we'll cover manual testing. Okay, we'll take 1 hour, a half an hour, we'll wind up. 7 o'clock join, but we are starting Java. Today you might have attended. I will cover that topic on weekend, no problem. Fine. Okay, 7. Yeah. Sorry, Suresh. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sir.
ngBind, ngModal. Okay, these are the basically directives. These are also called as a markers in DOM model to create a custom objects and widgets. Then coming to templates. Okay, another very important component in AngularJS is templates. What is templates? Templates basically readily available widgets. Okay, these are basically rendered view with the information from the controller and model. Okay, this also can be called as a index.html. These are actually templates. By default, we have template. We simply add the code to the HTML code. Okay, we can also add multiple views on the same page using partials. Partials also comes under templates. Okay, templates are nothing but a readily available HTML code that can be used in AngularJS. Okay, then coming to routing, another very important component called routing. What is routing? It is basically used, very useful to switching views from one view to another view. We use routing. Okay. Okay, it's a concept of switching views from one view to another view in a AngularJS. Okay, coming to model view controller MVC. Okay, so the concept behind MVC is we can have one model, one view. Okay, but multiple controllers will be there. Multiple controllers. Okay. So it's basically a design pattern. Okay, where we divide the application into 3 parts. Where we divide the application into 3 parts. First is model, view, and a control. Okay, model, view, and control. Yeah, please go on mute, Suresh. Yeah, if you are not talking. Control with each distinct responsibilities. Data will take care data. Model, view, it will take care of the front end. Controller, that basically take care of the application logic. So MVC is a basically design pattern, dividing the entire application into different parts: model, view, and a controller. Okay. But basically, AngularJS completely implemented MVC model. It basically called as MVVM model. Okay. MVVM means model, view, control, sorry, view, model, again MVVM. Okay. Model, view, view, model. Okay, that's the reason we call actually model, view, controller. Again, model will be there like that. Okay. Then coming to linking, how AngularJS will take care of the linking the libraries and all. Okay, called deep linking. What is deep linking? So it basically encodes the state of the application in the URL. Okay, so it can be bookmarked. Application can then be restored from URL to the same state. Okay, linking can be done using AngularJS. Okay, so these are the various components of AngularJS. So AngularJS contains data binding, providers, okay, validators, directives, controllers, modules, and then services, filters, and then scope. These are the various components of the AngularJS. Okay. What is the difference between Bootstrap or jQuery and AngularJS? It has so many advantages with AngularJS. One of the advantages, okay, we can create a very rich applications, especially when you are dealing with dynamic content in the front end. Most of the organizations are preferred to use AngularJS. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
And also it is a unit testable. By default, AngularJS comes along with a testing framework. We use the testing framework to test our code. Okay. So many reusable components are provided by AngularJS. So that makes our code reusable across all the modules. So one more advantage with AngularJS, it supports Android and iOS also. So whatever the code we are writing here, automatically it is compatible for Android and iOS browsers. You don't need to change anything. Like it's like Angular and React.js and React Native. Okay, React.js also React Native. It is basically used to develop native applications, mobile native applications. Okay, and React.js, that is compatible for all the browsers. It is almost like a React.js or React.js. Okay, so this also provides a lot of compatibility and adaptable to any kind of browsers as well as mobile devices. The only disadvantage with AngularJS is not secure. Okay, if you look at Python, a framework, it comes along with the built-in authorization, OAuth, right? OAuth will come along with that, but OAuth is not there in AngularJS. It's not secure. Okay, so one more advantage is heavily depending on the JavaScript. If the browser does not support JavaScript, not even a page, not even an image can't be displayed on your web page. So AngularJS heavily depending on the JavaScript. So whatever the code you are writing, that should have a support from the JavaScript. One thing. Second thing, all the browsers should have a strong support to the JavaScript. Then only your AngularJS script will work. Otherwise, it doesn't work. One thing. Second thing is not secured. Okay, not secured. So there is no built-in authorization or secured framework in AngularJS. Especially server-side authentication authorization is required when we are developing web applications, but that is missing basically. So what are the AngularJS directives we have? Here we have directives, right? Markers in the DOM model. What are the directives we have? Coming to our directives, ng app. Okay, ng model, and then ng bind. What are these directives? Now let's see what are the, as I told you already, directives are nothing but a markers in DOM model. We can create and we can handle all the DOM elements by using directives. Coming to ng app, what is this directive? This basically defines and links an AngularJS application to the HTML. Okay, whatever the application you are writing using AngularJS, that can be linked to the HTML. That's why you see, this is the HTML code. This entire thing is linked to the AngularJS app. Whenever you will give Angular ng app, automatically it is considered as an AngularJS application. Okay. And then this AngularJS application is linked to the HTML, one thing. Coming to ng model, what is this ng model? So try to understand. ng app basically links AngularJS applications to the HTML. That is done. Linking is done. Now ng model, what is the use of ng model? ng model binds the value of AngularJS application data to HTML. Okay. AngularJS application data, what we have actually, we have data called name. It is binding towards the object called spanner. Okay. So this is a ng model is a directive. Directive is nothing but a package. Don't think, oh, it's a rocket science. ng model is nothing but a package. It has a lot of classes. We are using directly here. ng is a package. Inside package, we have a class called model. Okay. Model, ng model that binds the values of AngularJS application data to HTML input controls. Okay. So this is the input control, right? We are just binding the data of AngularJS to the input control. Then finally ng bind. What is ng bind? This again a directory. It binds the AngularJS application data to HTML tags. Okay. ng model exclusively binds the data to the input elements. ng model. ng bind basically binds the AngularJS application data. This is application data which you are using to the HTML tags. This is for input elements and input control. This is for a HTML tags. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a main difference between ng model and ng bind. ng bind that binds the data AngularJS application data to the HTML tags, and this is for a input. Yeah. See now. What is the environment setup? Environment is very simple. You can directly go to angularjs.org, where you can see two options. Okay, you can either download the latest version, or you can directly go to the the second version which I have tried, right? Yeah, can you see here AngularJS? Let's close here. AngularJS.org, under AngularJS.org. Okay, there are two options. This is the latest version. It might be a beta version also. Some of the feature may not work. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
So try to download the second one. So download AngularJS and then copy the CDN. There are multiple ways to use it, and we can directly host the files locally. If you click here, if you want to host the files locally, either you can go to zip. Okay, and okay, and you can copy directly the zip file and extract the files, and okay, copy the path of the min.js file in your HTML code. One thing. Okay. So if you are going for a uncompressed, this is uncompressed means it completely give the entire folder. Okay. See, AngularJS, the entire folder gets created over here. And if you are going to zip folder, its space is very minimal. Okay, take very less space. Okay, uncompressed and uncompressed or zipped version can be used for local hosting. And if you are using CDN access, this is a CDN access actually. Go to CDN manifold and click manifold. You can see the CDN version. This is uncompressed version. Okay, CDN, you know already CDN. We have already used CDN for what do you call, for a Bootstrap and and jQuery also. Similarly, we can copy the link of the CDN and you can use in your test script or directly. Okay, so we can use it. So I'll write one more program. Quickly, I will show you. I'm just going to copy directly from here, script part. Yeah, done. Okay, then let's start with body. Ideally, we have to include all the script in metadata. That means within body head itself, we have to include. Okay. Body. Yeah, here we are just using a directory called ng app. Okay, AngularJS app. So as I told you, what is ng app? Ng app is a directory. Okay, that binds. Okay, that saying that it's AngularJS application. Whenever you add a ng directory, ng app directory, it simply conveys to the browser that it is an AngularJS application. What is the application name? ng app. Give the name of the application. Can give okay sample application.
Sir, replace class and
So-
GApp is me.
ng app is a directive.
Okay. So jQuery JavaScript like a class declare the class. JavaScript
yes.
is a declare ng app is.
Correct. See, if you in jQuery and Bootstrap and all, we see exclusively saying that some class name, ID name, and all, right? But here, what
Yes,
we are
sir.
using? We are using
ng
ng app. Ng is a directive. Inside that, we have class called app.
Okay.
We are providing the name of the app. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
Providing a see navbar is there. What is the navbar? Navbar is a Bootstrap control.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Bootstrap.
navigation, yeah, navbar underscore and then focused or okay, and then so many other classes we can add by giving hyphen symbol. Okay, similarly, ng is a directive, app is a class, and we are just passing the name to the class. Yeah, yeah. Such that we have a div, and we are giving a controller now. Controller, okay, equals to I'm giving some controller name. Div. See, whenever you are going to use the data of the HTML tags or okay, what you call AngularJS controllers, you have to start with the spiral brackets like this. Okay, so hello
Yes, sir.
to dot title. What happened? Okay. So this is not required. Yes, done. Hello to the world of AngularJS, and we have used two spiral brackets. To data title. Okay, div is closed. After that, we are just writing the script here. Okay, here we are going to write the logic for a hello. Okay, script inside script. Okay, Angular dot module of my app sample app, comma. So yeah, square brackets. Then dot controller of I will explain the code anyway. So
Yeah, okay, sir.
we are writing a function of dollar scope. That is a system variable scope. Yeah. Okay. So inside this scope dot hello to equals to scope dot hello to dot title equals to Angular JS. Done. Okay. So ending the function. Okay, done. Okay. So try to understand this is actually creating a function using AngularJS. Okay. How do you create again? Here first each function is considered as a module. First you have to create a module, angular.module. You have to give the name of the module, sample app or whatever it is. That means we are just binding this Angular app to this function. We are just binding this module to the AngularJS app called sample app. That's the reason we have to pass the name of the app here. Okay, AngularJS app name. After that, dot controller. Okay, this is another function under module controller of. We have to pass the name of the controller. Which controller? This is a controller. Same name you have to pass. So again, we have written a function for this controller. We are just adding a function. What is the function? So here we have passed a system variable called scope. The scope is limited to this controller. Okay. Scope dot hello to nothing we are given here. Title is AngularJS. Okay. So if you run this program, what happened? You just write a one more program. Include AngularJS. We have to include the JavaScript file in the HTML file. See, here we have added already. So AngularJS script file has to be added. Yes, we have included. After that, what do you have to do? So we have to add a body. Inside a body, we have just added AngularJS app directive. What is this? What it does basically? So basically, it does pointing to the AngularJS application. Okay. So it acts as a pointer. So we are conveying that it is an AngularJS application. Okay. Point to the AngularJS application. Okay. It is always required to tell which part of the HTML document contains the AngularJS application. See, the entire thing is HTML page. But which
Yes, sir.
page, okay, which part of the HTML page contains AngularJS, we have to convey. Okay, see, that's how we have to make this body, the entire body is an AngularJS application. Okay, so we are telling that the entire body is a HTML AngularJS application. The entire page is a HTML page anyway. HTML page contains AngularJS, but specifically the body section that is actually AngularJS application. Okay, this can be done by adding Angular ng app directive, attribute. We also call it attribute. We have to add the ng app attribute to the root element. It might be a body or it might be div. Wherever you want to add, you can add. Okay. So one more thing, either you can make this attribute, add this attribute at a body level, or you can also add here also. At a HTML level also you can add. Okay. So then coming to the view. What is view? Here. Okay. Here this is view basically. So this is a ng app. We are conveying this AngularJS application. Next coming to the ng controller. So what is this controller? ng controller does. ng controller basically tells the AngularJS that which controller to use with this view. This entire thing is a view. This is a control. Control, as I told you, is a business logic. Okay. We are just
Yes, sir.
conveying by adding this attribute ng controller to the AngularJS that this is a controller we are going to use for the current view. Okay, what's the view here? What is the view? View is hello2 dot title. This is a view. Okay, this is a view. Okay, so
Yeah.
hello2 dot title basically tells hello2 dot title tells to the AngularJS that please write this model value to the title of the HTML. Okay, so anyway, just right click and show it. That's better to make you understand. See, yeah. Okay, welcome AngularJS to the world of AngularJS. From where we are getting this AngularJS? AngularJS is a value which we have assigned. It's a string we have assigned to the HTML. Sorry, scope dot hello2 dot title. Okay, so this is all about the controller part. This is entire thing we have used Angular dot model is the right. This is the controller part. Yeah, this is the controller part. Okay, see what this controller part does. See the code, whatever you are writing, it registers as a controller function. What's the name of the controller function? Controller function is hello controller. Okay,
Yes, sir.
it registers the hello controller function as an Angular module named myapp. What is a myapp? This is a myapp. Okay, so this actually register this module in this ng app. After that, we can use it directly inside our view. Okay, bit confusing, but try to understand. But one more thing here, a dollar scope. What is this dollar scope all about? Okay, it is again a model. It's a parameter model which is used to pass to the controller function. We use this dollar scope. Okay, system defined or predefined parameter is used to pass to the controller function. We are just passing this function to the controller. Whenever you pass this controller to the controller function to the app, we have to use a dollar scope. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so execution part, you can simply right click and add it automatically. It will just show the results. Okay. So what happens when the page is loaded in the browser? Whenever you just right click and go to open a default browser, what happens in the browser from the browser end? As we know, the entire HTML DOM model is loaded into the browser. Okay. And checks, does it, first of all, browser has a JavaScript support or not? Okay. And once the JavaScript is enabled, what happens? The JavaScript which registers the controller function is the controller function. Okay. It registers the controller function is executed or not. Next, AngularJS, what happens? It scans through the HTML document to search for the AngularJS app. Whenever you load the HTML page in the browser, what happens? AngularJS first scans through the entire HTML page to search for the AngularJS app as well as views. Yes, we have AngularJS app. Okay. After that, it simply executes a controller function. That's all. First, it search for the AngularJS app. Yes, it is there. Does it has any controller? Yes, we have a controller. This is a controller part. Yeah, simply execute this controller. That's all. So hello controller is there. Please execute this controller. Whenever it calls this function, it comes here. Comes here and checks hello2.title as a variable. It has some string value, AngularJS. Okay, we are using this. Then please, the data, whatever you are assigning here, it should come in a H2. Okay. Whenever you load this page, the entire HTML page gets loaded, and then AngularJS first it registers all the functions. Okay, JavaScript simply register all the controller functions. Then it checks for the any AngularJS app is there or not. Yes, it is there, sample app. Does it has any controller attached? Yes, of course, AngularJS app has a controller. Then invoke that function. Yes, invoked. Whenever you invoke, what happens? Just assign some value to the variable. Okay. What's the variable name? hello2.title. Hello2 is the attribute and the title which you are using. And then are you using this? Yes, of course we are using. hello2.title we are using here. Automatic comes and print the value. Okay. So nothing.
Yeah, okay.
AngularJS first search for all the apps. Yes, app is there. Then does it has any connected controllers? Yes, it has connected control. Then execute the controller function. AngularJS simply execute the controller function. Then renders the view. Then after executing the controller function, it renders a view. It renders a view with the data from the model populated by the controller. Okay, that's how it works. So bit difficult to understand. Try to understand because many
yes, sir.
applications are developed using AngularJS. Okay, why it is difficult? Why can't you have it in a plain HTML page? Yes, of course, we can have it in a plain HTML page, but we can't use a framework called MVC. To follow MVC, we make this process bit complex. Okay, here if you look at this is view. This entire thing is a view. First, it searches for the view. To search a view, first, whenever the HTML code is loaded into the browser, it searches for the AngularJS app. Yes, it is there or not. Yes, it is there with the name called sample app. Okay, does it has any controller? This is a controller attached. Then do you have any view? Yes, we have view. This is a view. Okay, and render this view after executing the function. Okay, I'm calling this function. Okay, this is a function. It is attached to the sample app, and we have just executed this function. Then render the page. Model, view, and control. This is model. Okay, this is view. This is control. Basically, model is not fully implemented here. So you can say the current NG app can be as a model, and this is view. This is controller. Okay. So this is what happens in the backend. First HTML document loaded into the browser, and okay, and it checks the integrity and rules of the HTML code by the browser. Okay, syntactically there's no error. Okay, it simply execute. Then AngularJS JavaScript file is loaded. This is a JavaScript file, right? This file gets loaded. Okay, the Angular global object is created. Angular global object is created. After that, what happened? JavaScript which registers the controller function is executed. Okay, JavaScript which registers the control. This is the control function that should be executed. After that, AngularJS scans through the HTML code and search for the AngularJS app. Yes, we have the AngularJS app as well as views. Okay. Then once the view is located, it connects that view to the corresponding controller function. Okay. Once the view is located, okay, this is the view. It connects to the controller function. After that, it simply executes the controller function and renders the view with the data from the model populated in the controller. So basically it follows model, view, and controller. Whenever the page is loaded in the HTML page, first it checks by the browser. Once it is done, and it registers the AngularJS global object, and then it checks for the model. Yeah, I mean app. Yes, it is there, and it checks for the registered controllers, and then it executes the controller, and then tag connects the controller to the view. Then it will render the page. A bit difficult. Try to understand. Controller,
Yes, sir.
model, and view. So this is enough for today. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, sir.